welcome to Týrcast 33. My name is Heri Johansson. I am the guitar player and singer of Týr. I am in Tórshavn in the Faroe Islands. True story.
Who wants to go next?
Well, then I'll
talk
continue.
over each other.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'm Tad. I'm in Budapest. I'm the drummer of Týr. In my Rivers Ablaze shirt, my other band, very good. Yes. There you go.
And I'm Hans. I'm in Fuglarfjörður. And I'm in a fake creator t-shirt. Not my band,
right, that's the
but I
bootleg.
wish. Yes. And I play guitar sometimes.
Goldenheim, bass player too, still, and I'm back in black, as you see. Oh,
Yeah, baby.
yeah, baby.
Darn and tootin'.
And I'm here.
This is
I'm in Miðvágur, Faroe Islands,
in your room.
in my room
Upstairs.
Yeah, upstairs.
Next to the guitars.
Yes, yes.
This is the second season, second episode of our fourth season. We put this on YouTube, on Spotify, Apple, Google, and Buzzsprout. You can also catch it at patreon.com/Týrband, where you can have early access, plus access to some extra material. When we started the last episode, I introduced the episode as the fifth episode of our third season. That was, in fact, BS. It was the first episode of our fourth season. 4 seasons podcasting and doing 4 episodes a season last season. Not too impressive, but hey, that's what you get from us.
You know who's got a lot of seasons? Metallica. 72.
That was a very nice segue, but I was first going to talk about how we did at... I'm sorry to ruin your segue. how we did at the Trolls Légendes festival, and what was our impression of it?
I liked it. It was really nice.
I liked it too. All right, next issue.
Yeah.
And
So
it
there
was
were
really,
some
really good.
There were some Trolls and Legends, right? I mean, that it was kind of a cosplay festival,
Yeah.
right? Live
It was.
RPG stuff.
Yeah, you were there.
And of course-
Tobias.
Huh?
You were there.
Yeah, I have to remember, dude. I was on tour for a month without you guys, so I have to, get back into it.
I see.
I see you.
I
see you in Spain.
I didn't really have time to enjoy it. It was extremely hectic for me because we didn't have any crew with us.
Yeah.
And I was racing around for 2 days without any sleep. But the show was good. We had some technical issues with the computer, as not as usual. Fortunately, it doesn't happen that much. But if we had a technician to take care of it, it would have been nice. But I had to do it myself while we were playing. That's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I had a good feeling from the show. I like playing, and I had the feeling, people enjoyed it. Pretty big, big as indoor shows go. Say there were a few thousand people in the hall.
Yeah.
I never got a number from anyone.
I would say it went damn good. So
Yeah.
That was cool. And we met our buddies in Heidefolk.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
And
Windrose.
Windrose.
Windrose, of course. Yes. Sorry.
Anyone else should remember to mention?
Some fans.
It's yes.
Yeah,
so
of
long
course,
ago.
of course. My cat.
A cat was there, yeah.
Yeah.
And this was in Belgium, and David was not there. What the hell?
Dude,
Pull yourself together,
seriously.
Davey.
Get a new job, man.
Yeah. Maybe we should pay him for being our our number one fan.
Yeah, but we need more shows for that, don't we?
We do. They're coming.
Yeah, we should be doing this instead. We're actually doing this more than we're playing.
Right now, yes. And that's a horrible thing to say, but it's correct. It's adequate.
It is.
Accurate.
That's the only show we had since the last Týrcast. So we have some... let's get to the future shows maybe after the subject of this episode. About the seasons you were talking about earlier, Thaddeus.
Yeah, you ruined it. Come on. Go ahead.
There's another 72 seasons. The Metallica album is out for a month or two.
Hans, you should know that.
I don't remember exactly. Probably
Anyway.
a month, right?
Yeah, and
More or less.
we want to talk about that today. It's good. Next subject.
Yeah.
I like it.
That one's getting old. I was listening to it a few times, and I really liked the singles they put out, and the rest of the album here is. I think it's the most solid album they made since the Black Album.
Well, since Load, let's say.
I think, in my opinion, the Black Album is quite a bit more solid than Load.
Well, yeah, of course, but
This is better. I would say this is better.
Time. This is better than Load, you say?
Absolutely, significantly better, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get into this.
Why is it not?
No. Let's. I said let's.
They still haven't topped the 80s albums.
Which ones?
All the 80s albums. Those are the best, period. And then comes the Black Album. I actually think this one is better than all the others. Black Load, and even better than the Black Album.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay.
Much better. I like this much better.
I think this is the best album since Kill 'Em All. I'm just
This is damn good.
This is really, really good.
Hans.
And I like the aggressiveness of the album. I like they still have some spunk.
There is definitely spunk, but I have to say I really want to like this album, but I'm not right there yet. I think the sound is very polished for this kind of aggressive songs. So it should. I think it should be a bit messier, like some more grease on it, or I don't know how to say. It's too polished for me, and that makes it a bit boring for me to listen to. I mean, there's okay. So I think the opener is great. I mean, it builds up. I mean, it's a bit long, the first song, but it's it's got a nice dynamic. But after that, I think it goes downhill, and then the B side of the album from Crown of Barbed Wire on, it gets more interesting for me, because there are some really nice guitar parts and some innovative riffs, but I don't know. I would have liked a bit more experimental sound, not like Saint Anger, don't get me wrong, but a bit. There's just so much snare, so many snare hits without playing blast beats even once. It gets a bit frustrating, all those beats.
I can't agree with the sound. I think the guitar sound and drum sound has been very similar the past 3 albums, and I'm getting kind of bored with. They still have very different sounds. Don't get me wrong, overall, but it's kind of the same. While all the first 6 albums have very different sounds, and even after that too, it's all very different. That's what I find interesting. Like you can immediately say, "Oh, that's the Injustice for All sound. That's the Kill 'Em All sound, or Master Puppets, whatever." While the past 3 albums, it's like the sound kind of stopped developing.
I'm not sure that's a good thing, because when you hear the better sounding albums, it's very annoying that the not so good sounding albums aren't at the same level. So you're kind of just reminded by that contrast how bad some of the sounds are.
Yeah, but in this case, I find for example, one day I love the sound of Master Puppets. It's fantastic, and some days Injustice for All is fantastic too. It's a very distinct guitar sound and drum sound. I love it.
Wow, that never happens for me. I always hate the sound.
And then some.
Although the performance and the songwriting is excellent, I can't stand that sound.
I would hate to listen to Injustice for All with the Black Album sound.
No.
You don't know that?
I'm pretty sure I would.
You don't know that. No.
I love the sound of Injustice for All. I mean, even without the bass, it's just okay. Maybe I have some very specific childhood memories connected to this album and to that sound. But even when I listened to the Black Album the first time, how I was 12 or something like that, or even younger. But I didn't like it back then. It was too high polished for me. It was always Master of Puppets and Justice for All for me.
I see. Yeah, well,
sound wise and song wise.
All right. But as for this album, I don't find the sound too polished. Maybe I just liked more polished music.
Yeah.
But I think even there's a bit too much mess in the rhythm guitar here and there, and the drums feel. The sound is clean, but if the playing feels very organic, it's not all at the same level like you would if you overproduced the drum sound. You would get all hits sounding exactly the same intensity. For example, in the kick here, there's a lot of variation in the intensity.
That's true.
So it feels kind of organic and not messy, but has feeling. And I think it's about the right level. If anything, I would want it to be a bit more polished. But I enjoy listening to it. The feeling of the rhythm guitar and the drums.
I like it a lot. I think I think it sounds like Metallica does not use a lot of layers. So
yeah, exactly.
So it's a very honest sound picture you get. But I like it. It's aggressive. It's I don't know. They just mean business.
There's one thing I especially have a problem with on this sound. The cymbals, and especially on specific parts, are very sharp sounding, like actually piercing my ears for a few seconds every now and then. And the hi-hat is like 7 to 8 dBs too loud at points. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
I did think the same thing, yes.
I mean, he's never been using a ride. That would be a nice change for him.
Oh, he actually used ride. He used ride on Disposable Heroes. There's a ride on there.
Really?
Oh, okay. He used one in one song once.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure there are some songs from Kill 'Em All or Red Lightning, right? that have right?
Now you mention it, I actually think there's one as well on Kill 'Em All.
Yeah.
Wow, 2 songs. Okay, but seriously, it gets a bit much. But and that's also my problem with Hans. You just mentioned that. Yeah, it's too. The highs are quite loud, especially in the snare. Also, I think I'm missing the oomph from the snare sound.
But then again, which media have you been listening to the record through?
Both.
I was listening
headphones
on Apple Music through speakers in my car.
And speakers.
Because there's a heck of a difference what you listen to.
Yeah.
And it's actually, I feel bad for music today that most of it is listening through headphones and whatnot. They should actually be listening through very fucking good loudspeakers.
I actually, now you mentioned it, I think we were talking about this, Gunnar. On vinyl, the highs didn't feel as much of an issue as, for example, on Apple Music and stuff.
Yeah.
Were you listening to it
set, right?
on vinyl at your place, Hans?
What?
Were you listening to it on vinyl at your place?
Yeah.
With Gunnar?
We were not listening, but I showed Gunnar the vinyl because it has a beautiful color.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. You mean the vinyl itself or the artwork?
Both.
Both.
Okay, yeah.
And I actually have the vinyl as well, but I got it the first day it came out. But it's in Denmark. I haven't gotten it yet.
All right.
It's a pickup when I'm there. So.
But that's one issue. Another issue that, if I were to say something negative about the album, it's that Kirk Hammett still has the wah pedal, and he never doesn't use it. On the solos. It's kind of his thing right now, so I can ignore it because that's just what Kirk Hammett sounds nowadays. But almost all the solos are just pentatonic, bluesy, grooving or shredding, and I wouldn't listen to the album for that reason. It's okay. I mean, he's done it since the Black Album, and some of it is quite good. Some of the solos are extremely good, even with that. But most of them, I think, I feel like just filling out room in the song, unfortunately.
Maybe.
I actually,
or filling out time rather.
That is actually what you mentioned about the bluesy and pentatonic melodies. That's one of my main issues with the album. I think it's very generic at places. You know, it's almost as if the first, like the first, let's say 5 songs. It sounds like those would be variants of the same. Well, not the same melody, but you know, it's like they went to the rehearsal space, and started jamming. You know, okay, I have this riff or this melody, and then you know they made variants of that one, but made 5 songs out of these variants. It's very
variations.
Yeah, it's very similar. At least for me, the whole mood of it, and I'm missing a bit. The honesty or the aggression of, for example, in Justice for All or you know
I think this has
they had.
I think it has good aggression. I don't miss any of that. I think it's a very solid and aggressive album. Of course, not all the parts are equally aggressive. But something like that one that starts with the snare and the guitar, which one is it?
The Darkness
Out of the Sun. Yeah.
Okay.
Stuff like that, or some of the choruses, "You Must Burn" or something like that.
If Darkness had a song that...
I mean, what would you expect from a band this old? I mean, they do the things they've gotten good at, probably the things they like to do. And when I listen to this, I don't really... you can hear it's Metallica, and they don't go far outside their standard formula. Every now and then there's some melodic movement that you haven't heard before, not from them or any other band. But the songwriting is kind of minimalistic and true to Metallica tradition. And when you're Metallica, I mean, at this level in their career, I really wouldn't expect anything different. And this album does not disappoint me in that way.
Yeah, okay, you're right on that point. So especially saying that, it is Metallica. You hear it is Metallica from the first note, and it's true. They didn't rewrite the history of metal music with this album, but okay, I have to accept this is way better than one might expect from a band that old and that established. So it's true. But just let's go back for a minute to If Darkness Had a Song. That song, I wrote it down in my notes that this, for me, is one of the only songs, or one of the few songs, that really has a unique mood. You know, it's something that comes from the heart, or at least that's how I feel it, how I listen to it.
Yeah.
The others are, they have, especially the first part of the album for me has kind of a feel good vibe. You know, like you just they like the songs, they like the jamming.
They sound like they're having the time of their lives, really.
Yeah.
Like they're really enjoying it.
One thing I like especially about these albums is that the bass is very in front of the picture, which it hasn't been for a long time. It's fucking nice.
And making up for lost bass time.
it's so nice to hear the damn bass instead of it being in the background and hiding. It's good to have it.
Yeah, there are two songs. Even the first one, they start with bass, and drums.
It's refreshing to hear. So
absolutely. What I also I don't know if you went or if you dove deep into the songs, but
no, I didn't bring my scuba gear. Sorry, but.
So the guitar part, just shut up. The guitar part and the double bass in the second half of Room of Mirrors, that actually really reminds me of And Justice for All. So that's a nice change.
Yeah.
So they still are able to do it.
Yeah.
I've been looking at their stage shows now, or things that have been laid on the internet from their concerts. It looks absolutely awesome. I love this yellow play, and I like how they somehow they did not, because I was afraid of with this yellow stuff that they would come close to look like something like Striper, because they have this yellow thing, which I think is quite cool. And they do not come anything close like that, It's not looking similar in that manner. And it's just really fucking great. So I have only good things to say about this.
One thing
I think the artwork is very good.
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed is that the song worked very well live. All videos I've seen of them, both professionally and by fans, it sounds awesome live. You really feel the energy on the live performance of songs.
Well, maybe that's also to do with it's not too layered, so it's actually possible for them to pull it off.
Yeah. But it's interesting how long these songs are. I mean, they're around
I made a note,
minutes.
to begin with, that I thought some of them were a bit long, but then listening to it again, I thought, no, I changed my mind. This is the time that it takes to build this up.
Yeah.
And for example, the first song, I thought, okay, I mean, I would have cut the intro down to half and then developed it faster. But listening to it again, no, I think for Metallica at this stage, I mean, people know what to expect, and you kind of know where you're going when the song starts. So it's fine. I think they can take the time they need. That doesn't bother me.
That
as
part
much
with snare
snare
drum, I can't remember the song actually, but it goes on for quite a while before the song actually starts. Up. And I must admit, first time I thought, okay, you could start now. But as you say, when you listen to it again, you say, this is how it's supposed to be. We're so used to in our minds that when we do music, that we have something that goes on repeat, and we say, 4 times, it's enough. Let's do something else now. It's like we're afraid of dragging things a little bit. And sometimes I think
that is the modern way, and they are not a modern band.
No, exactly.
So we would have done it differently, but for Metallica, and even listening to it, I think it's fine.
Yeah, definitely. I like it. It's kind of daring somehow.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of long songs, the last track on the album, I think I'm saying it's Inamorata, I think it's called.
Yeah.
That was my favorite moment of the album. I love that song, and I played it on repeat.
The opening riff is really nice. There's something very unique.
It's just like it's not a song I would put on if I'm like trying to get pumped up or anything. It's amazing for driving or just relaxing. Amazing.
I listened to the album 3 or 4 times, and I was just re-listening right before we started recording this, and I didn't make it to the last song, so I can't say anything about it right now. But yeah, it's 11 minutes and 10 seconds, and I'm gonna take your word for it, Hans, and I'm gonna listen to it right after this show.
All right.
So. In comparison, I could say that between the 2 biggest bands that are around, I would say Metallica pulled it off better than Iron Maiden.
Oh yeah, this is how to do.
Now we're gonna get slaughtered again.
Yeah,
this is how to do an old, an old band album or a thoroughly established band album. I think that, yeah.
I hate to say that, but I agree with you guys. It is better than Maiden's, but
then again,
I'm looking.
Then again, Iron Maiden, they do their things their way.
Yeah, but it's just so sad that they do it that way nowadays.
Yeah. I've talked to some people about the album by Iron Maiden, and there are a lot of people who really like it.
Yeah. Well,
I can't. Maybe our impression is ruined from the fact that we are musicians and we do work on setting up, composing, and producing music. So some flaws are more apparent to us than they would be to other people. I don't know.
I kind of changed my mind on the sound. I think it's pretty cool that they do it live. It has its own thing going, but yeah, I prefer
it's not,
still.
I don't think it's the sound that's so much a problem. But yeah, sometimes I think that the bass sound of Steve Harris could be a little bit more worked out, because it's very thin in some places. But in general, it's the way they arrange the songs. It's not the. I mean, what they play, it's all really good. It's the arrangement of things I thought was very weird, and I think it's
that was the weakest part. Yeah.
And I think that's been weak for a long time with them.
Yeah.
But every now and then there's a song that really is something. So.
Isn't there a new Judas Priest album in the making?
As I've heard, yes.
Is there?
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that now. I wasn't even aware of that.
I think it is, yeah. And I mean, the last one, just while we're talking about really big bands doing new albums, I mean, Firepower, that was just insanely good.
Yeah,
I think.
I agree.
So I'm really looking forward to the next one.
Yeah. That was solid development.
Even managed to see
Much
that
better
concert
than
as well.
Oh yes,
we played at the same festival.
Saw them on Grasspop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
Absolutely marvelous.
I missed that. I had left.
Oh,
but I saw Iron Maiden.
At that festival. Oh yeah, you've been there
Or was it Summer
one
Breeze?
day earlier, I think.
Yeah, I arrived one day early. Yeah, I was driving.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Judas Priest, shit, man. So the old guys are still going. Let's try and copy them.
Yes,
and
please.
see if we can make it that long.
Oh yeah.
The artwork, that yellow color, I think is a strike of genius. Genius.
It is. Really
and
eye-catching.
The art itself, I mean, it's
funny.
Yeah.
It's funny because when I see that, I like it. It's good. But when I see it, it's like when I'm flipping through a magazine on the airplane with perfumes or something. It's kind of
exactly. Looks like an ad. It looks like an ad.
But I think that was a conscious decision. I mean, it really catches the eye. It's like
and the M, the logo. It's you can only see the start of the M. The upper right corner. At least the artwork that I'm looking at in Apple Music. So it doesn't say Metallica on the cover.
It does, doesn't it?
Does it?
Yeah, it does. I'm pretty sure.
I'm looking at the artwork on Apple Music. I'm not sure what they have on the album and vinyl.
I'm not sure.
So there's just the M.
Oh, just the M. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Half of it in the upper right corner.
Mm-hmm, yeah, you're right.
It's like that on the album too.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Very clever. I mean, no need to. Everyone knows when they buy a Metallica album, and it's unusual, very unusual.
I saw some people calling.
We wouldn't do it at this point.
I saw some people calling this the Yellow album.
Yeah.
It has a name. The Black album didn't even have a name.
Yeah.
Black album doesn't the Black album have Metallica very faded in like a cross and
It's actually called Metallica, yeah. It's a self-titled album.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Well, and the snake is on the Black album actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not entirely black, but yeah, I mean that was also genius.
Yeah. So this might become called the Yellow Album.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could be the title of this video.
Primus has an album as well. They call it the Brown Album.
Of course they do.
Is My Name Is Mud on that one?
No.
No? That's my absolute favorite song by Trolls.
I can't
Or
remember
Too
any
Many
song right
Puppies?
now. Huh? No, it's not.
Too
on that.
Many Puppies?
No. But I actually was on that concert with the Brown album. So very special.
Claypool,
Yeah.
he was rehearsing with Metallica for some time. No, When they were working for
he was
basis?
auditioning.
Auditioning. Okay, yeah.
For replacing Jason Newsted?
No. Cliff Burton.
Cliff Burton?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, okay.
I mean, that would have moved
Imagine
in a
if
very
Metallica had a Brown
different way.
album.
I think James Hetfield said that he was too clever or whatever. He was,
too weird for the band.
too talented or something like that.
Robert Trujillo, or however you say it, is pretty damn talented himself.
Yeah, but but in
In a different way.
in a different way, yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. Considering the careers of Metallica compared to Les Claypool and his.
I think Les Claypool, if he had to play that kind of music, he would get bored pretty quickly. I think if he couldn't if he couldn't do his slappity bass thing. Or maybe
Is there more to say?
Or maybe it would just make Metallica very, very weird music.
It might.
Yeah.
It might make it good. No, in a different way. It is good. I like. I still get this feeling when I see a picture of Metallica that I miss Jason Newsted, but Robert is doing it very well, I must say. There's nothing lacking in the bass department.
By the way, Newsted is restarting his band, which is called just Newsted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It is. I have some.
It was pretty solid, wasn't it?
Yes, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff. He's quite a character, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, so.
He is. I would like to see them live. Be nice.
That would be cool, yeah.
Yep.
Is there more to say about the album?
There is.
Metallica's Yellow Album? Lay it on us, Hans.
There's too much. I can't. I don't know.
He's holding back. Look at him. He just wants.
I have a lot to say, but
Come on.
Now's the time. Now's the time, man.
Not like.
Let's all buy a fucking ticket to the Metallica concert next year.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes, please.
Don't they sell out in 2 seconds or something?
No, it's a long. There should be some left.
Let's do that.
Because it's
That would
first.
be nice.
When was it again? Next year, sometimes.
Yeah, next summer.
Next summer.
All right, let's go.
Next summer. Let's go.
About a year. Yeah.
That would be fun. I mean, we did.
It's we could talk about that. They're doing something very cool for this tour. They're playing 2 shows a week, and then there's sometimes 2 weeks in between. But they do 2 shows in the same city and play complete different set lists. So there's no repeat song. It's actually awesome if you buy tickets for both.
And
In a week.
And they had some guy who does a checkup when they played certain songs in a certain town last time, so they don't repeat themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool.
Lars has had this database of all concerts they played everywhere, so he knows exactly what the set lists were every time. So it's especially for the deep cuts, like so they play maybe something like Orion from Master of Puppets. Then next time they come to the city, maybe 7 years after, then they play a different instrumental song. Stuff like that.
That is dedication to details. Clever, very clever. So you said they play 2 shows a week on the tour?
Yeah. So they actually travel home, as I've understood. So, for example, now when they played in Paris, I think that was the first show, yeah. They played on Thursday night and on Saturday night. And then they had 2 weeks off or something like that. And then they went to, I don't remember exactly, but played on Friday and Sunday or something like that. And then they had 1 week in between. Well, the first show was in Amsterdam, right?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, in Amsterdam.
Anyways,
that's hardly a tour. It's like
Amsterdam.
fly-in shows, or what do you call it?
Yeah, that's why it takes so long for them to come around.
That's fair enough. I mean,
they if anybody, they can pull it off.
Absolutely. I remember quite some years ago, 15 years ago, I never saw Rammstein live, but I saw they were on tour, and I saw their touring crew, and they had like 15 huge buses, and their tour schedule was every other day. They had every other day off for the entire tour.
I think they have more days off now.
Probably, yes. But you understand as you get older why people do that, you know. When you're 17 and 20, you can play every day easily.
I'm pretty sure.
Unless you drink too much. But
I would love to play every fucking day right now. Just bring it on.
Me too.
I think
for 3 months, please.
Yeah.
I think Rammstein show takes like 5 days the stage to be set up.
Set up.
Yeah.
So they have 2 touring crews going around.
And in total, they have like 1,000 crew, not following them everywhere. There's a lot of people hired at the city they play.
You're going to a Rammstein show now next week, right?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you are? Nice.
That would be
Oh, you are?
cool.
My mother's going.
Oh, nice. They were playing 2 shows in Odense.
Ah, okay.
So it's cool.
Nice.
Rammstein.
Never seen them, but I've talked to people who've seen them, and it's supposed to be the most impressive show there is.
Yeah.
Actually, I heard very good about the Iron Maiden show as well, which is very impressive.
I've seen Iron Maiden like 3 times, maybe. I mean, you must have seen them even more times, but
No.
it was always great. No,
I've seen them 3 times. It was incredible.
Two or three times, I think I've seen them. I actually never saw the full show because we always were on the run.
really.
Yeah, saw the beginning and something like that. Never saw it to the end.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's like my favorite band.
Amazing.
Yeah,
amazing
it was good.
live.
Actually,
Still.
I was quite amazed about. This was after he had that throat
cancer.
Throat cancer. I thought actually, because I saw him before that and after, I actually thought he sang so much better after.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he actually does. I mean, I
thought so too.
I listened back to, when I started all this thing, I got hooked on music by Iron Maiden, bless them, with Life After Death. And I must have looked at that video for, if I say 50 times, I'm probably not lying. And I just love that, to look at it. So, after that, years after, I tried to listen to that concert again after that. It's not that good.
No, it's kind of messy and
he has huge problems.
imprecise.
Yeah, he has huge problems singing on those shows.
Okay.
But I saw in a documentary that was a very, very hard tour. So for him,
They were young and they played for, I don't know, 14 months. They had some weeks off here and there, but the tour was ridiculously long. And, well, maybe you understand why Rammstein and Metallica want to have some days off in between.
if I'm not mistaken, they did was it like 7 shows in just New York, I think.
7 shows.
Yeah, I can't remember the number. Don't take my word for it, but it was something really ridiculous.
Okay.
And I heard that Bruce Dickinson, he just wanted to fucking die. Because it's very high register.
Yeah, of course.
Many of the things he sings, it's always up there somewhere,
Yeah.
So
Very straining. Yeah.
it must be him. But they're still going. That's cool.
Yes.
It is. It is. And we will be going soon as well. Because
Are you sure about that?
we have 2 upcoming shows, and they are on the 26th of August at Monogarm Open Air in Sweden. And then we are going to Italy on the September 8th at Pfefferkorn Festival in Treviso.
Pfefferkorn Festival? Seriously?
Yeah. Haven't I sent you the details? I hope this isn't the first you hear of it.
What?
Well,
Huh?
I'm pretty.
Haven't I sent you these details?
Treviso I knew about, but I didn't know the name of the festival. It's just a funny name.
When is this?
remember, we played the Eisnerflug.
Yeah. Of course. That's the best name for a festival ever. So Iceland, please.
I just cleaned up my all my clothes, and I got a hang of this T-shirt on top. What the hell is this? Flying balls. Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
That's a good festival, by the way. So.
Yeah, I really loved it.
That was nice.
I hope they will have us back at one point.
That would be nice.
Excellent festival.
Yep.
Yes. We were playing
Excellent.
We were playing right after Creator.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good.
That was nice.
Creator.
So, shall we slowly wrap this up and ask everyone to please hit the thumbs up ding, on this video if you're watching on YouTube, and find us on YouTube as well. My name is youtube.com/HerJohansson. I officially changed my name to youtube.com/HerJohansson from now on. Thaddeus has a YouTube channel as well. I'll put the links here. Hans has a YouTube channel, and Gunnar will have a YouTube channel soon, beside Gunnar. You'll find us on Instagram as Týr_official, and on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, we are Týr Band. Please track us on bandsintown.com/Týr to make sure you don't miss any of our future shows. You find us on TikTok, where we do absolutely nothing, as @TýrFaro. Please keep listening to our music, show it to all your friends, and go to our website, Týr.fo, and as soon as the merch store is up again, it's down at the moment, you can purchase our CDs, LPs, merch, and sign up for the newsletter. If you don't know what to spend your hard-earned money on, you could go to patreon.com/tierband and spend some of it on us. Until next time, gentlemen. Thaddeus, I believe you have a show to play.
Yes, I have to leave actually right now because it's like a matinee show at 2:40 at a festival that starts right now at noon. So the doors is now, and we play in like
Where is
2.5 hours. It's at a club called Analog in Budapest. It's a death black metal fest. It's getting gory.
Noise. I'm going on the ferry tomorrow. No, I'm staying there for 3 weeks, playing bar shows every evening.
I'm gonna join
3
him.
weeks
I'm gonna
again.
join him for a few days on the
Yeah, we're gonna be recording bass on the boat.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice. Right.
That'll be nice, yes. Right, yo. Here comes the
Bye.
hang-up finger.